My father's message arrived at 11:47 p.m. You're not one of us anymore. Don't show your face here again. I read it 3 times, not because I didn't understand, because I wanted to feel something other than relief. I didn't argue. I just closed my end of the escrow, notified the trust officer of my withdrawal, and filed the legal separation from our shared assets. 3 emails, 15 minutes. The same amount of time it used to take for Sunday dinner at their house. Dinner where I learned to swallow every question, every objection, every small death of self. By sunrise, my sister texted, "What did you do?" I laughed, not because it was funny, because she still believed the question was about action, not escape. Then my mom's attorney sent, "We need to talk today." Without thinking twice, I poured coffee instead. The family business wasn't oil or real estate. It was loyalty as a weapon. You proved you belonged by never leaving. You proved you loved them by never naming what they did. When I was 12, my father locked my brother out of the house for 3 hours because he came home with a B. That was love, they said. That was standards. When I was 17, my mother told me my sadness was disrespectful. Other children have real problems, she said. I learned to smile through everything after that. Teeth clenched, eyes flat. The family smiled. By 25, I was the one who managed the trust, coordinated the properties, smoothed the fights, the neutral one, the reliable one, the one who never said no. Until I did. The trigger wasn't dramatic, no blowout fight, no single cruelty I could point to like a scar. My father sent an email, another one, about my attitude during the last quarterly meeting. Attitude meaning I had asked a question about distribution. Attitude meaning I had suggested my sister's husband shouldn't get a management fee for a job he didn't do. "You're not one of us anymore," he wrote. And I thought, thank you. The trust officer called at 9:14 a.m. A woman named Reyes who had watched our family for 7 years. She never took sides. Today, her voice was careful. "You're certain about the withdrawal?" "Yes. This will trigger automatic notifications to all co-trustees." "I understand." She paused. "For what it's worth, I've seen this before. The person who leaves first always gets blamed for the collapse." But the collapse was already there. I almost cried. Not because she was kind. Because she was the first person in that entire structure who named the truth out loud. My sister showed up at my apartment by noon. No text, no call, just her key. She still had one from 3 years ago when I let her crash here during her divorce. "You're destroying everything," she said. I didn't offer her coffee. "I'm leaving everything," I said. "There's a difference." She stared at me like I'd started speaking a different language. Because to her, leaving was destruction. The family was a closed system. If one person opened the door, the pressure changed for everyone. She would have to feel the air shift now. She would have to wonder why she stayed. "Mom's attorney is drafting papers," she said. "They'll come after you." "For what?" I took my share. "Legally, cleanly. They can't touch me." Her face crumpled. Not anger, something older. "You left me there." That one landed. I let it. "You're a grown woman," I said quietly. "The door was always open. You just never wanted to be the first one to walk through." She left without hugging me. That was fine. We had never been a hugging family. We had been a what will people think family. A blood is thicker than water family. A don't you dare tell the therapist what happens in this house family. My mother's attorney called again at 2 p.m. I answered this time. "We need to talk today," he said. "I'll talk," I said. "Not today. Not on your timeline. Not on hers. She's your mother. She's someone who watched my father throw plates at my head when I was 14 and told me to clean up the glass without asking if I was bleeding. You can put that in your notes." Silence. Then, "I'll relay the message." That evening, I sat on my balcony. Coffee cold beside me, the city noise below. No one texted, no one called. For the first time in 31 years, I was no longer one of them. It didn't feel like victory. It felt like standing in a room that had finally stopped shaking. My laugh from that morning came back to me. My sister's all-caps panic. The trust officer's quiet truth. My father's final, freeing cruelty wrapped in rejection. I didn't choose to leave because I was strong. I left because staying had turned me into someone I didn't recognize. The integrity wasn't in the exit. It was in finally admitting that loyalty, when used as a leash, isn't love at all. My phone buzzed one last time before bed. My mother. Not a call, a text. "We'll talk when you're ready to be reasonable." I set the phone down. I wasn't sure I'd ever be reasonable again. And for the first time, that felt like the only sane thing in the room.